You know, the more I take time to reflect, I realize how short life is, and that we really, truly need to just kind of hit the pause button and reflect on the blessings that we have and truly how good God is. You know, I was in a little bit of a transition in life and had been doing ministry and loved that, but needed to kind of make a transition and landed on real estate. And as I began to launch my career and kind of venture out there, I learned this fun little story that my mom had actually taken all of her real estate classes and then just never took the test. But as a result of that, she had taught a lot of principles to my sister and myself growing up that I carry to and benefit from to this day. So real estate fit just really well with that transition in my life, and it's been a huge blessing to me. I found a balance, a really good balance in life. It was really the right fit for me and for my family. Thankful that I'm able to serve and to give and to give back, not just to take, and but also be able to do something that I enjoy and I love in real estate.
So when Sam and I first started looking for a house, we went out and actually we reached out to some of our friends on social media, and we just said, is there anybody that has a good realtor that they could suggest? And Mark and his team came up. I knew that he was probably the realtor for us because he answered the phone with my name, and I didn't even meet him before. I never talked to him, and I was like, wow, this is like outstanding service.
We were instantly attracted to Mark after the first time that we met him because he explained to us the entire process from start to finish. This is our first time really going through that process, so he knew that we were a little hesitant, but that we were ready.
Well, I have been on the Mark Lemmons team now for 4 years. I came into real estate 5 years ago and immediately joined with Mark just because I know Mark and I know his work ethic, I know his spiritual life, and I know what a good man he is, and so I knew that was a good fit for me.
I would say within the first couple meetings, like Mark came to the house, we did a listing to do the listing presentation, and I trusted him almost immediately. And I would say probably by the second appointment with him, I felt an immediate connection, and I felt like I could call him any time I needed to, even if it was just to be like, am I really gonna sell my house? Within 1 or 2 appointments, I then considered him more of a friend as opposed to an agent, and then I just felt like I made the right choice.
We believe that each client deserves to be treated like we would treat a family member. And so we bring them in and we adopt them kind of as part of our family. I've had clients who I literally have had in my home for dinner because that's what we believe is important. We believe that we want to be part of their life, not just part of an experience in their life.
So my interaction with Mark and his team felt very personal. I mean, I've already known Mark for years, but I think he did a wonderful job of keeping it personal, but keeping it also professional, to know that he really was looking at my best interest, you know, from both a professional and personal standpoint. So it was very easy to communicate and felt very real and not like a business transaction, and made it fun too.
We strive to be experts in our field. We want to know the real estate market. We study trends and tactics and advertising. When we cover it all, but we also want to keep up on the latest changes in real estate law. But more than just being experts in our field, we want to know our clients. I mean, we want to know what makes them tick. We want to know their wants and their needs and their desires, but also kind of just who they are.
We have had some other experience with realtors, and it always felt very business, like a transaction. They've only got a couple hours to work with us and then they would be done. With Mark, the experience has felt much more like family, that there's time and that it's not begrudged, but that Mark was very happy to help us find the exactly perfect home for our family.
For us, we feel like that holistic approach is really important to serving our clients well and really setting ourselves apart from a lot of the other realtors out there.
So my experience with Mark Lemmons and his team has been nothing outside of fantastic. Every time I call Mark or his team, they're there. They're there to help us. They get us the answers. He goes above and beyond. Even some of the things where I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to deal with that post-closing. He goes above and beyond to make sure that that's taken care of. He's an outstanding agent. He represents everything that we need, everything that we've wanted. And he even shows us things that we might not even be aware of, just to say, hey, have you thought about this? Or have you taken this approach? Or did you think about going down this avenue? And that is something I didn't expect out of my relationship with the agent or the realtor. I expected us to have to drive the conversations, and he actually helped drive it in the directions that we wanted to go.
I think that there's a principle that is not just for real estate, but also for life, and it's the golden rule. The golden rule, I would say, guides us in how we do life and business. It is treating others the way that we'd want to be treated if our roles were reversed. If I'm sitting in their seat, if I'm in their shoes, what do I want to hear? What do I need to know? What questions do I have? And so we ask ourselves that constantly, like, how can we approach this so that there's nothing left unsaid, and they know everything that we know, so that we educate them and treat them again the way that we would want to be treated.
And obviously, this being San Antonio, there's plenty of realtors out there. And then, with a certain home builder, they say, hey, you get this, concession or this amount off if you go with us. And it's like, we got one. It's Mark Lemmons.